What's good, everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you that raw content that you deservedly need. And tonight should be a fun night. LaMelo Ball has increased his 2K rating. Instead of being in the mid-tier 70s, is now 81 overall. And you know the crazy part? LaMelo Ball has a higher 2K rating than Devontae, a.k.a. Tay Graham. Let me repeat that. LaMelo Ball has a higher 2K rating than Devontae, a.k.a. Tay Graham. Now, you could say that the analysts at EA Sports are inconsistent with rankings and all that, but they have experts. They use analytics, and they could obviously tell that when LaMelo is on the court, he makes an impact. He makes the wild plays. He makes shit happen. And like the brother Bartrand said, the pressure is on. Everybody in their mama, no drama, is saying LaMelo Ball is the top dog. And it's not even close. I'm going to let my brother Rev cook because I know he's about to go in.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hashtag new media. It's just a situation where art is imitating life. You know what I'm saying? Art is imitating life. The cream is rising to the top. No matter how they trying to stop this man, it's undeniable what he's doing right now. Devontae Graham. I can only imagine what I keep saying. What's going on in that locker room? What's really going on in that locker room with the egos and how certain players must want Melo to be feeding them that rock, the way he moves the rock, the way he's getting up and down the court. And I know sometimes we've been very harsh. NBA 2K players have been very harsh on the way they update these ratings, but I think that's a fair rating for Melo right now. I think that's a good upgrade. It'll be interesting to see Melo's level of sustainability if they continue to bring him in and out the rotation like this. What do you think about that overall 81, DJ?
I think it's justified. I think it just proves that not only veteran coaches, but analytic guys are proving that LaMelo Ball is the key to success for the Charlotte Hornets. Their fans have been saying it. Objective media members, and I said objective because, as you know, not all media members have a clear mind. Some are bought and paid for. Some are acting like shines, like in the media the other day, trying to lie to everybody, saying that Devontae Graham is the reason why the passing and the ball movement improved. That's a lie. LaMelo Ball changed the culture of it. There's no one on that team that passes the ball like LaMelo Ball. And I could not believe, and I can't really say can't believe, I'm not surprised by anything that Borrego says. He's trying to save face. He's trying to justify buffoonery. And Lit Pappy says that Tay went down too from 79 to 77. To be honest, Devontae Graham, a.k.a. Tay should have been at 74. And I'm being nice. I'm being very nice. He should have been at least 74. It's so bad in 2K. You got brothers saying that they had to sub Devontae Graham out and put LaMelo in so they could win more games on 2K. I kid you not. It's getting bad out here. But a lot of shines and buffoons will call us fans and say we don't know what we're talking about and trust the quote-unquote process. All that was a bunch of crap. I don't trust process that is unproven. Let me say it so you can hear me. I don't trust a damn process that is unproven. The Charlotte Hornets are an unproven franchise. James Borrego is an unproven coach. Devontae Graham is an unproven player that had a fluke year, taking a bunch of shots, and they keep saying, oh, he had 18 points per game. He deserves a shot. That 18 points per game was the most miraged 18 points per game I ever seen. He took every shot through the moon. He had the ultimate green light, and he could only have 18 points per game last season. I call that cap. And what's good, 704 bound?
Shout out to Bartram. I see you out there in the chat, big homie. Shout out to King C. Shout out to 704 Bound Charlotte. Hashtag new media. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to Gertrix over there in Croatia tuning in. DJ's Raw Uncut Truth is international, y'all. It's a movement, it's a wave. Yeah, man. Devontae Graham really is becoming a thing where they're having to force the narrative. Like for the Charlotte Hornets Twitter handle, the official team Twitter handle, to post that raggedy ass highlight reel of Devontae Graham and try to make it seem like he's the reason for the change in culture in Charlotte is a joke. Now I'm sure they're trying to do that to get somebody to bite on the trade, but I'm seeing pieces are starting to move and pieces are being positioned to move. If they're gonna send Devontae Graham, they're gonna have to package him. They're gonna have to package him. No one's buying that bullshit. No one is buying that Devontae Graham is worthy of a big time trade. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, if he goes to another team, he's coming off the bench. I'm not saying in every situation, but if he's to go to a contender, he's not going to any contender right now and starting. Shout out to Almighty J, man. Yeah, he's not going to any contender right now and starting. I was hoping that Charlotte would give a look to Kevin Porter Jr., but it seems like Houston picked him up tonight. Yeah, man, it's got to be some changes, man. These guys have had almost a week off. It's going to be interesting to see how they play tomorrow night. The Bulls are one of the worst teams at defending point guards. So and shooting guards. So the guards of the Charlotte Hornets should have a big night tomorrow. A big night. Zach LaVine and White, they're very lax when it comes to the dribble up 3-point shot. They play a real lax style of defense. So if it's ever a game for Devontae Graham to get right, tomorrow is the game where he'll probably get right. It's going to be interesting to see LaMelo after a week off being a rookie and him coming off the bench in those crazy rotations with those ice cold minutes that he gets. I heard something that terrified me today. I was looking at a few videos and doing a little research and just trying to work out some trades. And it seems like in a lot of the trade talks, in order to move a guy like Devontae Graham, you probably have to move someone like Miles Bridges as well. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. I hope that does not happen, DJ. What do you think about that? The possibility of the Charlotte Hornets having to package Devontae Graham with a Miles Bridges.
That would be horrible, man. Miles Bridges is so important to the Hornets. He does the little things right. He doesn't need the ball all the time to make plays. He's a match as a teammate for LaMelo Ball. They get along. Actually, today LaMelo Ball posted a picture between him and Miles Bridges. The bond is strong, and as an organization, when you draft a talented player in the lottery, you have to make sure that the player is happy, so that nothing will change. And I see another comment. This Robin V. Okay, I'm gonna send a link but I only want Robin V to join. All right. So I'm sending the link. I only want Robin V to join. Also, I have some news, brother Rev.
Talk to me like Don Cheadle.
Man, so this channel has been approved for membership. You could be a member of New Media, join the family, and I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you right now. This is a milestone for the channel. Something that's very important. So as you see here, you push that join button. You push that, you're part of the clan, man. You're part of the family. Get with the family. New Media member rising. We're growing as a unit. And you get a special badge that makes you official. Once you have that badge, you are part of New Media. You're part of the clan we have. You're part of the new thing that we're starting up. So don't forget to hit join if you're interested in being part of New Media. What you think, my brother?
Congratulations on a hell of a milestone. Just to be a part of New Media, to be a part of this new wave, you know what I'm saying? To be at the tip of the spear is, it'll be an honor. So I look forward to joining ASAP. If when we get off the show or in the morning, I suggest that the rest of you guys do the same and you share these videos throughout the day. Hashtag New Media, which is your favorite sports pundit, your favorite YouTube channel, and you let them know DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Hashtag New Media is coming.
Yes, it is.
I like the package of Cody Zeller and Devontae Graham better. That has a ring to it.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Rev, I'm glad you said that. And one thing, Red, you already are a part of New Media, man. you part of the gang, man. So if you really want to be a part of the gang of New Media, man, join the movement. And shout out to the brother. Drop the mic. He has an upcoming YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's gonna have some great content. Trust me. Be on the lookout. And he gave your brother some flowers. Thank you, my brother. We got 704 bound, the first member of the mob, New Media. Shout out to 704 bound.
Let's go.
Man, it's official now. It's like Death Row. This is like the Death Row chain, man. Y'all got this, man. It's big time, man. He says support y'all. This is what it's all about, man. Supporting brothers. This is how we do it, man. But I want to do something different. I'm going to send a link, and I want women to join this chat. I want women to join this chat. We're going to switch it up today.
Okay, so okay.
I'm sending the link right now. We want women to join the chat. So if you're a woman and you want to speak, join the chat. I want to say thank you to the chat for listening. And this is a positive show already. We're here 14 minutes. We got a member. Just Shay just stopped by. What's happening, Queen?
What's up?
What's going on with it?
How y'all been, man? I see the channel growing like crazy. They stopping by. I hate typing in the chat. I always tell people that because I'd rather get on and join than me typing in the chat. I always, But I wish. Did y'all hear the Mello interview with? I forgot. Some Charlotte podcast. Rev, did you hear it?
Yo, Rev, did you hear the interview?
Yeah, I heard it. I was on mute. I was trying to turn my mute back off. Yeah, I heard it. I think it was with like the Buzz podcast. It was an interesting interview. It just showed how much of a dog LaMelo is. What did you think about it, Shay?
I know I shouldn't say I know. I like that he, wants to improve on every part of his game, but sometimes I wish when people would give him that question that he would be more specific. But other than that, I thought the interview was good, specifically speaking.
Yeah, I
And
do.
Shay, you
I do as
oh
well. Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, but I see some trolls in here. Let's handle that. If you see some trolls, handle that. Um, one thing I liked about the interview, LaMelo was so mature. LaMelo was always on point with his answering the questions. He was ahead of the curve, and I'm so proud of him because he has a stigma of being an immature kid, of not um, listening to authority. You know, the old media talking points. But he stood there like a man. He listened to the interviewer, and he was calm.
I wanted to ask y'all about that. Do you think that, maybe Jermaine, maybe somebody's working with him on his media training though? Like, I know it's easy to get in an interview and give right questions, but to me, I don't think he ever had a job. He just played basketball through his teenage years. So do you think somebody was working with him as far as being more like speaking in more than one word rather?
Um, I got to refer you to a wonderful article that was written by The Athletic last year. And in this article, I can't remember what the writer's name was. It was a young lady. She basically followed Melo in Australia for his first couple months in the new league. I mean, in the NBL. And basically, the article gives you a lot of insight into what kind of person LaMelo really is. The kid is a very deep, introspective type of guy. He's not what the reality show has made him out to be. He's not what the hack reporters have made him out to be. One of the lines that stand out to me, Shay, is when Coach Matt Flynn, the coach of the Lavar Hawks, talks about one of the first days in training camp. They were in a meeting, in a film session, and at the end of the session, the coach asked the team. Well, he basically put a paradigm in front of the team. He said, "In life, we have two wolves that are fighting against us at all times, or fighting for us at all times, and that's the good wolf and the bad wolf." And he talks about the characteristics of a bad wolf on the team and the characteristics of a good wolf on the team. And he said everyone was quiet at the end of that, but at the end of that, LaMelo stood up because he asked the question, which wolf is the team going to be? And LaMelo was the only one that stood up and said the good wolf. Now, that's so important because it shows me that when LaMelo is answering these questions in interview, he's trolling. LaMelo knows how to talk, Shay. Like, he knows how to give more than one word. But this is a kid that has experienced superstardom at a young age. He's seen the ups, he's seen the down. He's seen how they've done his brother. He remembers the situation with Alan Foster. He's seen how they've done his family. And I think he's just given the media just enough. But I think one day someone's really going to sit down with this young man and understand how deep of a thinker he is. I just think he hasn't forgot some of the traumas that him and his family went through, and he's learned from Lonzo on how to answer those questions.
Right. Okay. Cool.
All right, we got Robin V. How you doing today, Robin V?
Good, good.
So,
Nice to be here with you, DJ and Rev.
thank you so much.
How you doing? How you doing?
Great, great. I love you. I love this channel. I love what you guys do.
Appreciate that. So, what do you think about this topic, LaMelo pretty much having a better ranking on 2K than Devontae Graham?
Well, I think it basically shows side by side what in 2K or a game or whatever is side by side reality. You know, he's better in the game just as he's better in reality. And it just kind of shows how horrible Tay-Bay is doing. I mean, this is supposed to be his breakout year. You know, this was supposed to be the year that he basically showed everybody why, you know, he made it to the starting lineup. And has he done that for you guys? Because he hasn't done it for me.
Nope, not at all.
Oh
So,
no,
you
no,
know,
no, no, not at
it,
all.
it feels to me like LaMelo, he comes off the bench like in these tiny stunts, these tiny stints, and he puts as many points up as he can, because it seems like they're trying to keep him back from actually putting up what's gonna make him rookie of the year. They don't want him to have that accomplishment. That's what I think is happening.
Now that's a very interesting perspective, and it's good to get it's refreshing to get the opinion on these matters from young ladies, the queens, because I've always been interested to, you know, pick some of the supporters of DJ's Raw Uncut Truth that is, you know, women. You know what I mean? Because I know for me, sitting here watching these games night after night, being fooled, thinking that LaMelo is going to be, you know, a marquee player or a franchise player for this organization, just to turn the game on to see Tay-Bay. You know what I'm saying? And not just like if he was out there playing good, like for instance, Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Me and DJ talk about this all the time. Anthony Edwards is getting worse and worse each game. His efficiency is worse and worse.
Hmm.
He doesn't provide anything other than scoring. He doesn't rebound well. He's not an assist guy. So I understand why Anthony Edwards is not being elevated into the starting lineup when you got a guy like Malik Beasley. But for you two queens, like, what is your emotions watching the game? Like, what are your thoughts watching the game when you see Charlotte go through these lulls where they can't score and they got LaMelo sitting on the bench? What are you guys' thoughts?
Hon-
Honestly, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Because I know the narratives that get put out, you know, by people that don't like him and stuff like that, to say, you know, especially if you don't watch the whole game, oh, well, he shot this or he had this many turnovers. I think like the last game they played, rather, I think he had like 4 turnovers. And it was just like, I'm thinking in the back of my head, I was like, well, did y'all watch the whole game? Was the 4 turnovers in crunch time, and or, you know, some silly stuff throughout the game where he shouldn't have made too much of a flashy pass? Was those turnovers really his fault or his teammates and stuff like that? So it's frustrating to watch, you know, especially when they go on scoring droughts where they can't score. And it's a lot of standing around by his teammates.
Okay, that's an interesting perspective. What about you, Robin?
I'm sorry. Can you ask the question again?
Now, basically, I'm just asking because me and DJ, we have voiced our frustration several times, and a lot of the brothers have come on the show and voiced their frustrations when it comes to the rotations. When you see Charlotte go through these lulls where they get no offense, and it's 3 minutes and they only scored 2 points with LaMelo sitting on the bench.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about those moments in the game?
Okay. So, what I have seen, because I'm gonna be honest. I purchased the league pass for LaMelo, and then, and obviously, you know, I try and see Lonzo's game as well. his usually comes on like TNT, so like it takes like 3 hours after for me to actually be able to watch the game. But LaMelo is why I purchased a league pass, and so I've watched all his games, and what frustrates me the most is that when he gets into his groove, and we all saw his stretch of games where he was doing fantastic, and it seemed like the better he did, like the less they played him, and it was like he had to put up like twice as many points in like half half the minutes that he was getting like prior to the games that he was playing in them. And it was like kind of frustrating to see, because it seemed like every single time he was going out there and starting to like just like warm up and start doing like good, they would take him out. And I didn't understand that type of coaching. I'm just like, do you not want to win, or like what's going on? I don't understand why they put Devontae in, and he goes in there for like he plays his full like 35 plus minutes, and he will shoot and shoot and shoot. Melo will be waving and clapping and jump jacking and doing all kinds of stuff in the corner or wherever, and Devontae will try and take a shot and will fail miserably and not get taken out. And any little thing that LaMelo does, he gets taken out. I don't understand what the coach is doing. I don't understand what like plays that they're even trying to like do. I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish. I would think that if you have a player that is on fire and he is doing way better than all of your other players, and once he gets into the game, you see an immediate impact on the game in a positive direction, and everything starts becoming a lot easier, and you guys start winning. I don't understand why a coach would choose to go against that trajectory. So I don't really know what the coach's kind like goal is, to be honest. And I'm not gonna even I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I don't even really I don't want to claim this coach for the Albuquerqueans, because he's just, I don't know what he's even doing. I really don't know.
Hold on. Borrego's from Albuquerque?
Yeah, he's from
Oh,
Albuquerque, New
man.
Mexico.
Oh
Man.
boy.
You
Boy,
sure it
boy,
ain't something in the water?
I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on, but why is he doing the things that he's doing? Like, why does he care about players' feelings when you're in the NBA? Like, this is the professional league. You're playing. This is a job. This isn't.
right.
You're not trying to fucking play for feelings. You're not playing for like, what the fuck? Go to a high school team if you want to play for feelings.
Turn
Like,
up.
what are you doing?
Boy, she cooking right now, bro. She cooking, man.
Y'all get the
No,
fire out. Y'all get
that's
the
straight
fire
up.
out on the grill. Put the fire on the grill. Let's go.
Boy, she a lot better than them shines that came up here trying to defend the coach.
There's
Facts.
no defending the coach when he's doing a bad job, bro. Like, how can you defend a
Y'all
coach
listen to
that
this?
is all in the wrong?
Boy, this is dope, man. And let me read some of these comments. Drop the mic says, shout out to Drop the Mic. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He says, shout out to the ladies, new media making women a focal point. Yes. Women, international community, everybody got a voice in this channel, man. Drop the Mic also says they trying to put the kid in his place because they don't want to see him shine. They trying to little boy him. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And LaMelo keeps fighting. He's a dog. He believes in himself, and he's going to come out at the end as a winner when it's all said and done. And Borrego, he better fix this crap, because if he doesn't, it's going to be trouble.
How long does Melo have to stay there?
It depends. It depends if they show interest in him after his fourth year. I saw somebody come on this channel and say Melo will be there for 7 years. That's all conjecture right there. Um, they can end up, you never know how a situation can go on a team and a fit. They could trade him after 2 or 3 years if they don't see the potential that we see in him, which would make them crazy as hell. But after his fourth year, I think he's a restricted free agent if they don't extend him or if they don't exercise the rights on his contract. So I'm hoping he gets the hell out of there in the next 4 years. If not, worst case scenario, I'm hoping that the bond him and Miles Bridges are building is just so undeniable that their box office and that the organization has no choice but to hand the keys over to LaMelo. What do you think, Shay?
I agree with that point, and I was just about to say, I was one of the people. I don't even know if DJ seen this tweet prior to the draft that wanted LaMelo to come to the Hornets because I felt like that was the best place for him to have a starting job. Although I did like Devontae Graham and I sort of like Terry Rozier as a player, but I felt like he should have, started. And I understand the contracts and you can't bench Terry Rozier and stuff like that, but it's frustrating when I feel like the team is flowing better with him and Rozier, and even when Hayward's out there, it's not enough defense for me in that lineup, but it's frustrating not to see, him out there starting. I don't think it's a good reason for him not to start. It's crazy. I think Devontae Graham should come off the bench, but also Charlotte needs to get bigger. As I said on draft night, I didn't understand why you picked up two centers and I think two guards. And like I know you have Bridges there, but they're small compared to every other team in the East. Like they're really small at that 3 position. And I don't think they should have bought back Bismack Biyombo. And if they did, they should have. I think Cody Zeller's or whatever his name is contract was up though. But it's just weird. They're very small.
Yeah, they're small. They had to hide Devontae Graham in the zone. Coach even admitted that in a podcast. That's alarming. That's very alarming. Folks have ignored what me and Rev have been saying about this team, how it's organized, how when LaMelo's out there, as well as Miles Bridges, they had to cover for their mistakes. I'm telling you, if 704 bound, and shout out to 704 bound, that emblem looks real, man. That membership emblem, boy, that looks clean. I ain't gonna lie. He says if LaMelo stays, coach is going. Exactly. But before I go in, I have something to play for y'all. This is from the brother Choir Boy. I promise him I'll play this music for him. So I'm a look out for the brother. Oh, couldn't hear it. Oh boy. But yes, shout out to Choir Boy. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah, for some reason it didn't work.
Shout out to Choir Boy. Shout out to you, brother, whoever you are. I must say, just looking at the visuals, it was nothing churchy about that video, Choir Boy. brother was in the front yard with the sticks. I see you, Choir Boy. I mean, you picked a hell of a name, but shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you.
Exactly. Shout out to him, man. And I'm gonna send y'all the link so y'all can check it out. But
yeah, Shay, I think you bring up an interesting point. As far as the draft, man, I never wanted Melo with that team, man. I never wanted him with the Charlotte Hornets. It was almost like when they dropped the lottery choices, which I always think the lottery is rigged. There's no way that the Knicks get Patrick Ewing in the 80s, and there's no way that LeBron ends up in Cleveland. Like, I mean, some of this, it ain't that much chance in the world. But with that being said, yeah, man, when they dropped the lottery rotation and I saw the top 3 teams, I didn't want Minnesota. Minnesota's soft and a train wreck. Golden State was the one I was looking at. But Charlotte, when I saw Charlotte, it was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? And back then, I was just watching Ball Family content on YouTube. I wasn't going on any channels or really as far as speaking or anything. But I saw a few videos where people were saying that Charlotte was a good fit. And I was just like, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I knew they had those 2 guards returning. I know their organization is always unorganized, always at the bottom half of the league. So I was just thinking, man, usually teams like that are like that are that way for a reason. And I was saying to myself, I hope they don't ruin this kid. And they haven't ruined him. And that's a testament to his mother and his father and, the things that the Most High has put inside him. But if it was any other rookie with normal rookie confidence, we would probably be seeing a very subpar 3 points a game type of year. But because you're dealing with a guy that's, pretty much born for this moment, LaMelo, like I always say, he is thriving against the odds. It's not like his team is doing him any favors. So, yes, Shay, I wasn't on that train. I don't want him nowhere near Charlotte.
I understand. Now, anyway.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. What about you on draft night, DJ? Where did you want to see LaMelo on draft night?
To be very honest, and I appreciate the Charlotte fans. Y'all know I got love for y'all. But, man, I did want him to play with Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that to happen because I knew that Steph Curry could play off ball, especially with Klay Thompson being injured. And that just gives Steph Curry more looks. And that would have been a wonderful thing to see. A lot of people have told me, LaMelo Ball, if he was with the Warriors, he'll be coming off the bench as well. And I don't believe it. They got Wiseman playing, and Wiseman, he out here knocking off coolers. So if Wiseman could play, I think LaMelo would start as well. And shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $5 super chat. He said they are going after the Ball brothers, especially LaMelo, because they can't admit JBA overseas path built this legend. Lavar changed B-ball forever. People don't talk about this, but the JBA USA tour was a great blueprint. Matter of fact, they should have started with that and had the best players out of those JBA trials go overseas. But, sometimes you change things a little too late. But the JBA USA tour, in my opinion, I don't care what anyone says, was a success because they tried something that was unprecedented. And we have to give those brothers props on that.
Yeah, it's nothing that can be sneezed at. Just to pull those events off in those kind of arenas in different cities in your first year, that's very, very difficult to do. And it's another testament to the will of that entire family. Yeah, you know where I stand. I always wanted to see him on Golden State. Robin V, where were you looking forward to seeing LaMelo drafted?
Well, I think that he would have gone really great with Golden State because it would be like they would be passing the baton from superstar Steph Curry to LaMelo Ball, and he would be ready for it, and he would be the perfect person to take that on. I think that they would have. He's a great player in the sense that he makes everybody else around him great. I think that Curry would have had that 62-point game a lot sooner if Melo was on the court with him. And I think that Wiseman isn't in the right spot there. I feel like he's frustrated. He doesn't know how to play his position. He doesn't know necessarily like what to do or how to do it, and he's upset. I think that Charlotte, they really needed a big, and I think that they drafted Mallow because they utilized him like a prostitute. You know, they wanted to make money off of him. They wanted to up their views in their games. That I only got the league pass to watch Melo play. I would never be watching the Hornets. I literally ordered a jacket of the Hornets, a basketball team, and I would never have done that had it not been for Melo being on that team. So this is the reason why they seem to have drafted him, because they don't want him to become great. It seems like they every single time he beat some type of record, they seem to like hold him back more and more and more. So I don't really know what they're doing with him other than trying to market the hell out of him and make as much money as they can while he's on their team. But I think he would have been best with the Warriors. I think he would have been an amazing playmaker. I think that Wiseman would have been a big that Charlotte needs, and I don't understand why they didn't make that play, other than the fact that the media has projected this really false narrative of what this kid is, or who he is, and just because of his last name. If his last name was anything other than Ball, I think that he would be a lot farther in his career than he is. And that just goes to show how really fucked up the media is, which is why I push so hard on this hashtag new media, and I appreciate what you guys are doing here, because it's like, the media, they just push out their own narrative, and they seem bitter when they talk about this kid. They don't want to talk about his accomplishments. They want to talk about his 0 point game, his very first game of the fucking season, but they don't want to talk about his near double back to back triple doubles. Like, they're haters, they're like, they're bitter, and I don't understand it, but I do get it. It's, the family is trying to break the system basically, and they have the ability to do it. I really feel bad, because I feel like they have Mallow in this type of situation where it's like they've got him kind of paralyzed. Like, what can he really do?
I mean, you look, you preaching to the choir tonight, Robin V. Like you're really you're preaching to the choir. I don't know. At this situation, I mean, at this point, I guess the best thing that comes out of this year is LaMelo's mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the most important thing that's going to come out of this year. His mental fortitude, him being able to deal with adversity. I remember Gilbert Arenas talking about Zach LaVine and how he's been snubbed for a couple of All-Stars. And he said, well, it's going to end up being good for him in the long run because pain fuels players. And LaMelo's got to be conscientious of what's going on in Charlotte. He knows he's one of the better players on the team, if not the better player. I mean, like I said, he seems to be a very introspective thinker. Shay, what is it about LaMelo's game per se? What drew you to LaMelo, and what is it about his game and it's the maturity in his game now that he's in the NBA that gives you hope for the future? Shay, you still there?
Yes. What was the question again? I was
No,
kicking the cat out.
no, I saw it good. I was saying, what was it that drew you to LaMelo's game originally? Like, what makes you follow LaMelo as a player? Also, since he's been in the league, what maturity have you seen in his game that makes you say, "Hey, I got a lot of hope for the future for this kid"?
The maturity part in his game, honestly, like the passes he's able to pull off. I'm still kind of waiting for that defense to get better because I believe in, I don't care what the numbers say. I believe whether it's defense or offense, NBA, NFL, it makes money. For them to say offense is the only thing that makes money, I think that's BS. But I'm waiting for his defense to get a little bit more better, especially man to man. And what drew me to him was his brother, honestly, and just being interested in Lavar Ball because we've always heard about sports dads, speaking up for their sons and sometimes determining where they wanted to go. Since I like football more than basketball, I use Archie Manning and the Manning brothers. How people feel like Eli is a should have been a bench warmer. He's felt expectations compared to his brother. So, with Lonzo and them, it was just different. I was like, oh, I get to see this in actual real time. Because I don't think I was born yet when either one of the brothers got drafted, the Manning brothers. But that's what drew me to it. Like, okay, let me watch this in real time and let me gather an understanding. Because people like LeVar, I've been around that are very outspoken and stuff. Now, personally, my dad isn't like that, but he know a lot of guys like that, and they from the South, and so they're loud speaking. And when their kids do something great, they boast and they brag about them. It didn't bother me none.
So true. I'm gonna let Grudrick speak because he's been there for a while, and then I'm gonna have brother Vern speak after Grudrick because I've been waiting for. How you doing, brother Vern?
Hey, I'm blessed, Brian. How are you today?
Man, blessed by the Most High. You know how we roll, represent new media, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like to come. I like the subject matter we speaking up on today. I got a whole lot about that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna let you cook, man.
Oh
So,
yeah.
what you think on this topic, my brother?
Okay, you talk about me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, I can go now. Okay, good. Like I said before, like I said yesterday, man. Look here, Lavar know what's going on. He know what's going on with his kids. You understand me? Both of them went to the draft, not number one pick, but the number twos. You understand? And they went there for a reason. He already prepared them to know what to go in, how to go in and handle it. They're not gonna be a what's the name, a failure case in the NBA. They're not gonna go that. They're not going that route. Why? Because they didn't have an upbringing. Why? Because they came in hungry and wanting. And they got so much talent, man. And you, like I said yesterday, you gotta understand this. You don't want to put them two on the same team. And I agree with LeVar. The other one can come out, Jello can come out and do it too in the NBA because the NBA is that style of play. Don't forget that. And you got two number twos coming out. So they got their props already. It ain't like they just struggled coming into the NBA. They already came in with pub. Proven. So hey, I mean, what else is it to say? Um, um, Alonzo acting up. Well, I would say, yeah, he acting up. He want to get up out of there. Man, look here. Let him get over there with his brother, man, and see what everybody will say. It ain't gonna happen. Watch that shit happen. Just like dude said it would. Just like Lavar said it would. It happened, man. I'm telling you, man. The NBA built like that.
Brother
Lonzo,
Vern, I want to ask you, Brother Vern, why is society, especially ESPN and other Shine networks, why are they so against LaVar Ball being a strong father? Why do they rather prop up like a single mother who has a record, but for LaVar they act like he's the biggest criminal parent around?
because he's boastful. He's boastful. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't like that. They find it to be obnoxious. You understand me? But he's boastful, and because of the fact he's proud about his. And when these boys boastful like that, he's speaking about his. A lot of people don't like that. They find jealousy in it. I find the truth in it because like I just got through telling you about their records, they can go. You don't come in as being a second round pick or a first round pick expected to be in the NBA, and no nobody believe that. These people putting in a whole lot of money to get you in for their future. And what that lady was just saying a little while ago, look here, Michael Jordan already understand by him picking that young man at that point, he gonna build that team around him. I don't care if he got to bring his mom and father in, he gonna be happy. He gonna start. He gonna be getting the starting spot out there in North Carolina. He gonna get it. He gonna get it, man. It's all gonna come. He gonna be patient. He gonna keep on getting that good direction to where he getting it from. Everything falling in order. Just like I said, I got to keep on doing it, man. Just like Lavar said. I'm sorry. Two number twos. Two number twos.
We're gonna have Grujix. Grujix, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
From Croatia.
Yeah, from Croatia, man. From
What you think
Croatia.
of this topic? LaMelo receiving a number 81 ranking over Devontae Graham, who has a 77 ranking. What does that tell you, my brother?
I mean, it's tell me that he's better than Devontae Graham, but obviously the coach he is not letting him be better than Devontae Graham because he's getting a hell of a minutes, and Devontae he's not playing that well, you know. This is my opinion, but I think it's a matter of time when Melo is gonna start, and the coach should be fired a long time ago.
Man,
He should be fired a long time again because people from Europe they're staying late night and to watch Melo, and then you watch him like 20 minutes getting in and out, and obviously when he's Melo in the game, the offense is way smoother, and he's getting way more open shots for Rozier and the other guys.
bro, man, we should have had you talking in the beginning, man. You quick points, but right to the damn point, brother.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
always welcome.
Yeah, this is the truth. This is only the truth, man.
Yeah, and one more question, man, because you told me how was the indica?
Yeah, man, like you can hear it on my voice. He's kicking with.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to do, man.
The indica got you litty on.
Yeah.
But that indica, man, that thing knock you out like a scout on a brand new route, man.
Yeah, you should keep it light, like you know.
Exactly.
Don't overdo it. Keep it simple.
Exactly,
my guy
man.
pulled up. My guy pulled up like from Croatia with love. We
but
rocking with
Rev,
you,
man.
And to be honest, Melo he was like when he was in Lithuania, you know.
Right.
There was one option for him to come either way to Lithuania and Croatia, but Croatia they wanted him for 2 years, you know. But Yeah, that was hype for me.
You know what's crazy, Grudrix?
What's
The
crazy, man?
international community is having a
Yeah,
problem with it. You know that's a problem all the way overseas.
yeah,
They can't watch their favorite player because this head coach is playing games, politicking, psychoanalyzing, and I'm just surprised LaMelo Ball has the fight to withstand all that. That's how I know he's going to be a star.
yeah.
Because
But he's doing. Sorry to
no, it's
interrupt
all
you, but
good.
he's doing good. You know, it's just a matter of time when he's gonna start, because
Right.
the coach, he cannot hide the one from Melo. You know, it's he cannot the one can run, but he cannot hide. You know, every time Melo come in the game, he outplays the one, and the other teammates from Melo, they see him too, but they have no choice. You know, and only guy I think who is true to Melo is Miles Bridges, and you know, every time
Yeah.
they play together on the court, they do together stuff, and every time like I see Melo in the game, he's open so much, and they're not giving ball to him. You know,
Yep.
this is facts, man. He's not getting a much credit, but he needs to get.
Yep.
What other rookie has international supporters at 2:33 Eastern Standard Time going to bat for them? Lavar Ball is a genius, man. He's made his sons an international brand. I mean, they're an international brand, and it's just a testament to everything once again that family has done and all the hard work they put in. When everybody was calling them crazy for going to Lithuania and doing the JBA and going to Australia, this is the fruits of that labor, man. So it's pretty amazing to hear your perspective, Gertrix. Like, we really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. Shay, if you're still there, I'm curious to know what would be the ideal lineup for the Charlotte Hornets in your estimation right now.
Uh,
Starting lineup.
of course, LaMelo at point. Um, Shooting guard, uh, maybe Rozier, because I like his catch and shoot ability and the ability to play off the ball. This lineup is kind of small now that I'm thinking about it, but Miles Bridges at the three, uh, maybe Gordon Hayward at the four, and Bismack at the five. Because I haven't seen Vernon Carey play that much, so. But if I'd seen him play a lot more, if they would actually play him, I would probably choose Vernon Carey Jr. But haven't seen him play that much.
If they would play him. DJ, did you hear that?
Repeat that again.
She was saying that they would actually play Vernon Carey, who they got just sitting on the bench collecting dust.
And I know Vernon Carey is inexperienced, but man, he has the tools. I mean, you can't even get the brother 10 minutes just to be a big body, just to cause up space. It's bad coaching, man. Nobody's trying to see all that crap, man. That's why when I see people defend James Borrego, I get a weird feeling in my stomach. I say, this doesn't even seem right, man. This disgusting to defend mediocrity. Let me repeat that again for those who didn't hear it. It's disgusting to defend mediocrity. That's like getting a McDonald's, right? Instead of a Whataburger. But the girl that got you the McDonald's, that's all she could give you, and she tells you this is the best I could do. You look at that shit and you say, hell no, this ain't no damn Whataburger. This is just like the coaching situation. They trying to lie and create a narrative that this coach is great, that Devontae is great, but we know what shit looks like, and that is shit.
You know, hey, if you notice, Charlotte's been having a whole lot of shitty coaches. If that's the standard you go by, then Charlotte been having a whole lot of shitty coaches.
Yo,
Uncle Vern be letting them know, man. That's why Vern always welcome, man. He be letting them know.
Yeah.
You see
Hey,
them
it's a
motherfuckers.
time for that shitty coach shit to come to an end. I should say, Charlotte.
Yo, man, Uncle Vern that's your nickname, Vernon. We call you Uncle Vern, bro.
Uncle Vern
I
said the
like that too.
shitty
I
shit got to
appreciate it too.
stop. I
He said
hear
he
it.
like that. Uncle Vern in the house.
yeah.
I hear it. Yeah, man, you're right, man. And that's what we've been preaching on this channel. DJ's been preaching it. You can't trust the process when the process is full of shit. And that's what the Charlotte Hornets have been. And I remember I was talking to DKM about it Saturday night on here, and we were talking about how the Charlotte Hornets used to be a respectable organization. No, the hell they weren't. I mean, they had good players, but they always underachieved. If you look at the history of their roster, man, Glenn Rice, Del Curry, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, I don't think they ever got out of the second round. Eddie Jones. So this is just an organization that has never proven that it can win. So I'm with Uncle Vern, man. The shitty shit got to stop, man. It got to stop.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you. I want to ask you a question, bro. Look here. Look. All right. What do you think? What was going on in Lavar's mind when Melo got picked? When Melo got picked, what do you think was going on? Your opinion?
I was looking at his reaction. I don't think he was with it.
Yep. Everybody said that draft night.
I don't think he was with
Right.
it. I mean, I think he knew exactly what they were facing. That black ball.
You know why? But you know why though, right? Jordan good for fucking off a team and just writing off in taxes. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Hey, say it again, Uncle Vern, because they don't be listening.
Jordan real good for fucking off a team and writing it off in taxes. That's why,
Huh.
hey, DJ, listen. That's why I was listening to you yesterday when you said that about what dude gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? Is he thinking about that little 129 million, or is he just thinking about that 29-year-old, or is he just you know what I'm saying? If he just fucking it off like he been doing.
That's what it is, Uncle Vern, man. Look, man, he was thinking about them gambling debts. He said even if the kid can't play, he gonna generate a lot of interest. By year 2 or 3, if he doesn't pan out, we can always trade for him because of his name. I don't think they had any faith in him, Uncle Vern. To be real with y'all, understand why they do the man like that, man.
And then that go right back to what you said now, because they give the Bello the short end of the stick.
Absolutely, he playing uphill. He's playing good in spite of them, not because of them. And you right, man. I'm glad you said that on this channel, man. I kind of wish some other personnel was in here to hear what you just said, because see, with all the analysis that I've heard and all the wonderful explanations to why Melo isn't starting, I think Uncle Vern came up with the best solution, which is Michael Jordan has been known to use the team as a tax write-off. So for everyone that's been in the chat every night, oh, Jordan got to say something. Jordan got to say something. Jordan is not as invested in the winning of this team as you guys think.
Right.
Bro, Aunt James just pointed out something. Look, I'm going to read this. He says if Devontae had a winning mentality, he would have common sense to tell the coach it would be best to start LaMelo at point guard in order for the team to have a better chance of winning. You know what else? He would have his numbers better coming off the bench as a 6-man. He wouldn't have pressure, and he'll have respectable points. Teams would have looked at it and said, he contributed out of the bench. Let's sign him. But no, he wants to start and mess up. See, these athletes do not think at all. Some of them.
But I got a question because I was sitting here thinking about something. Dude, I know you, Rev, you said the lottery was rigged, but in the real sense of things, when I was looking at it live and they was doing the ping pong balls and stuff like that, I don't think Charlotte was expecting to get a pick that high. What y'all think about that?
Well, when I say the lottery's rigged, I'm usually talking about blockbuster years. Like if you ever notice, a lot of times if a guy's from a hometown, he ends up drafted with the number 1 pick to their hometown, and they end up getting that number 1 pick. Like, I remember, you know what I'm saying, hearing stories about in the 80s with Patrick Ewing, and everybody knew the Knicks needed Patrick Ewing, and somehow they end up getting him. And same thing with LeBron James, and same thing with Derrick Rose. So I'm just talking about the greater point. But my reaction from that lottery, I think Charlotte knew they were going to get a high pick. I don't think they knew they were going to get LaMelo Ball at the time. I think the obvious team for LaMelo Ball lottery night,
would have been
to me, the clear-cut thing was Golden State. It was obvious. It was staring me right in the face. Minnesota didn't make any sense because they already had D'Angelo Russell and they had Malik Beasley. But Golden State was very interesting. Golden State showed me that it was a real agenda against the Ball family. Because let's just use this as an example, Shay. If it was another superstar on the board at the 2nd pick, and let's say Lavar hadn't made those comments about Steph Curry being the Milli Vanilli of coaching and all of this, and the same guy is there at number 2, and he's a potential superstar that can generate revenue for you for the next 15 years. Do we think Golden State doesn't take him at number 2 if he's there?
Of course they would have.
So once I saw Golden State get the pick lottery, the day of the lottery, and I saw Steph Curry's face and I saw D'Angelo Russell's face, I said, ain't no way in hell they picking LaMelo. So I kind of already knew that night.
But that's on Golden State, though, now that I think about it, because honestly, when that trade went down with Wiggins, they should have waited. Because I know people think Wiggins is good, but they should have waited. Knowing that LaMelo Ball was here, they could have got their big and LaMelo Ball to that team. They should have waited. Wiggins he's not terrible, but he's not great either. They should have waited.
Yo, Rev.
Brother.
I got it working. I promised the brother I'll play this video, so I'm gonna play this video. Share audio. Good.
I thought about it. It's just feelings, yeah. Thought that going through my dream, and I talk about it. Thought that going through my head, and I talk about it. Yeah, I feel like I thought about it. Hey, one day you here, and then she gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today. Yeah, and then she gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today. What if it wasn't just on TV and that shit happened to you? Would you coincide with murder just like Tupac did on Juice? You tired of talking to these niggas, you like fuck it, what's the use? Pull out and walk it on these niggas, watch how fast he out his shoes. Police be hopping on these niggas, watch how slow he make the news. If you just give me one chance, I can show what I can do. They don't give a fuck about this shit. Society down to see us through. I guess that's why I be so slick. If I was you, I hate us too. Unless you gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today. Unless you gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today. Cause I obtained a recipe to greatness. Watch me create this classical music. My boy Beethoven couldn't make this. Niggas raps on some snake shit. Fake, I don't play with lately. I've been vibing out. I just might end up on your playlist. Hold up, wait. That's how it is when you got them going crazy and you straight. When you pull up, they see you foreign from the 80s. Whoa, I'm like, man, y'all can keep the complaining. Like my boy Third Eye, I see through the arrangement. I told told the judge, fuck you, when I couldn't leave my arraignment. I'm divorced 5 years after the fucking engagement. That's just how life go. My boy said, keep it going. I said, right, bro. Most of these hoes be crashed. The rest of them be recycled. Now I'm saving like I switched my car insurance straight to Geico. Took some losses, took some wins. Everything gon' be alright, though. Till we headed to the end. COVID got them going psycho. Get that paper. That's what we live and die and fight for.
Yeah, unless you gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today. Yeah, unless you gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today.
Yeah, unless you gone away. There could be no more tomorrow today. There could be no more tomorrow today. Talk about it.
Shout out to Choir Boy today and tomorrow. As you know, we support all brothers.
Yeah, that's slick. That's slick. I like that.
New media. And I saw some people in the comments. I mean, it doesn't hurt to take 5 minutes to listen to a song. You know what I'm saying? If you were in his position and you're trying to be out there, you're trying to be noticed, you will understand. So shout out to Choir Boy. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, support his music, new media.
Hashtag new media. Hashtag new media. Let's get to some of these comments, man. Y'all were asking what Shay was saying about Andrew Wiggins. Man, look, Andrew Wiggins pretty much been an inconsistent player for the last 3 years. You know what I mean? For the last 3 years, last 4 years, actually. So, I mean, we need to see more from him before we, make comments like, what is she talking about? I agree. I don't. Once again, Andrew Wiggins is another guy that the Golden State Warriors didn't need. Him and Kelly Oubre, even though Wiggins is, of course, the better player, pretty much they're the same type of guy, though. Athletic guys that get up and down the court. It's like the Spider-Man meme, as always, me. You know what I mean? They're looking at one another. So it's, I don't know. I think they could have did without Wiggins, and I agree. I think they should have took LaMelo and, added somebody like JaVale McGee, send some of those shooters out of there and get some more athleticism on the wing that's not going to cost as much money as Andrew Wiggins. But I agree.
And I wanted to clarify something. Like you said, I'm not saying Wiggins is a bad player, but if he was that good, it's no way Minnesota would have traded him. And I like D'Angelo Russell too, but for D'Angelo Russell, it's a reason why a lot of people said, some of the sports commentators and people like Woj said they should have waited. They should have waited until draft night. I think they wouldn't have found a team other than Golden State, which I don't think Golden State really wanted Wiggins. I don't think people wanted him because of his contract. I think they would have took him if his contract was smaller. But because of how big the contract was, I think teams was like, I would take him, but the contract's too big. That's basically what I meant.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I see what you're saying, Kevin. He's averaging 18 points. He damn sure better. It's about time he averaged 18 points. He's a number one pick. He's a number one pick. He better start doing something, But like I said, to me, that cost is too high. The style is too weird. And if we're equating blocks to defense, then LaMelo Ball might be an all defender because he's giving you blocks and steals. But whenever we bring up the fact that LaMelo's giving Charlotte the most steals on the team and the most steals as a rookie, and he has a good block percentage for a guard, everyone tells us that that's not a true metric for defense. So, I don't know, man. Golden State looks like a team that's struggling to hold on to an old identity with a bunch of pieces that don't really fit right now. If you notice, whenever James Wiseman has a good night, other than last night, but tonight he had a decent night, The Warriors lost because James Wiseman is not going to carry this team. The shooting, running gun style is going to carry that team. You know what I mean? So if Wiggins is having a decent night or a decent string of games, but the Warriors are losing. What are they, 8-7 right now? The Warriors are always, it seems like they're teetering on a below 500 record. And that's with Curry playing out of his mind some nights. So on the nights that Curry can't carry them, they're going to lose those games. And when they lose those games, they're going to eventually potentially end up under 500. That's why it would have helped to have someone else set the table for him and take some of that load off of him. And you don't have that on Wiseman, and Wiggins is still too inconsistent. As a number one pick, he should not be averaging just 18 points. A number one pick in what is 6th year, 7th year?
Right on, man. Right on. We're going to have Korshawn. That's how you say Korshawn Smith?
Yeah, appreciate it, DJ.
All right. So what you got on this topic, my brother?
It's very disappointing. When I first saw LaMelo get drafted, I prayed the night before the draft that he do not go to Charlotte, because I know Charlotte is known for wasting talent, like with Kemba. Now we all remember the Kemba situation. It's very disappointing. I just got nothing else to say. LaMelo needs to leave when his contract is up. Michael Jordan just a bad owner. Mitch Kupchak is a terrible GM. Borrego's a terrible coach. He hired a terrible coaching staff. They drafted terrible players. And they lucked up with LaMelo. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
This is now, okay, that's all good. I'm gonna tell you the good news. This is the good news. Everybody see what's going on. Jordan gonna have to make a move. It ain't nobody else but Jordan. It's just like Jordan is the president. He can go whatever direction he want to go in. He can't keep on going down that road he's going down because there's too much animosity against him. It's already too already obvious what he's doing. So he has to make a move. I told you what move he gonna make, and I'm telling you, man. Look, you can write it on your calendar. Lonzo coming to Charlotte. Period.
Dog, Mac, brother, Uncle Vern, man.
You don't want that now.
They already too small. What's the benefit of them bringing him there?
They don't even know what to do with LaMelo. What are they going to do when Lonzo gets there?
Man, look, they go run. What how Lavar said? Yeah, run some more.
But brother Vern, how can they run when there's no starting line?
Man, come on, man. It's a starting line. When they throw the ball up in there, that's a starting line.
But where's the starting line? Where's the starting line if
when they blow the last whistle? That's the finish.
So where's the starting line if they're not starting?
Look, okay, DJ, see, okay, you made a comment yesterday. Okay, I don't want to keep on taking you off your program because I know you want to run your program, but I can keep bringing you back to what you say, and you will have to agree with what I say. But yeah, you made that comment yesterday, but Lonzo and LaMelo, they won't fit in because of the fact that they play the same position. No, they don't. Because Lonzo can always go to that off guard, and Melo can always go to that off guard too. Also to that shooting guard. You know that also, but you don't want to admit it. You think
I don't know about that, Uncle Vern,
no
man.
You know we got love for you, Uncle Vern, but what'd you say, Rev?
I was saying I don't know about that, Uncle Vern, because Lonzo looking pretty bad playing that 2 right now.
Man, that's purposely. He doing that purposely, B. He doing that purposely.
You think he taking?
He want to get up out of there. He ain't making no fuss. Rev, listen to me, please. He ain't making no fuss. He ain't doing none of that. He bringing it with his play. He already know they giving them the bump steer out there in Louisiana anyway. So it really ain't no big thing with him. He want to move on, and you can't keep bringing these. Listen. And you can't keep bringing these teams up like the New York Knicks. New York Knicks can't use Alonzo because they ain't gonna do no but sit his ass on the bench because he won't fit. And and Clippers won't be able to use him because they're gonna sit his ass on the bench because he won't fit because he won't go with their program because they don't like him no way. They jealous of him. So that ain't gonna work. The only way it's gonna work, I'm telling you, in the NBA is in Charlotte. It ain't gonna work in out there in Magic City. It ain't gonna work out there neither. They got their point guard. So hey, I mean who? Jordan got a contract. A man sitting up here with $129 million. He need to get him off. Period.
For those who don't know,
I mean, you don't need to be no rocket scientist to figure that out.
For those who don't know, Uncle Vern is a resident of New Media. He's always welcome. You know, he's part of the gang.
Thank you, DJ.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's all love, man. We always joke like this, but yeah, for those in the comment section, Uncle Vern's a cool one, man. He just, just old school. You know how it is, man. But we're about to wrap this show up. I want to thank everybody. Robin V, I'm gonna give you the last word since you just came back in.
Well, I want to thank the last gentleman that just was on. What was his name?
Vernon.
Thank you, Vern. Yes. You're a pleasure to listen to. And I just want to thank DJ and Rev for everything. All we can do is hope for the best for this ball family. We all see what the industry and the media and everything is, every black balling media and industry is doing to this family. So all we can do is pray for them and be here for them. So, thank you, DJ. Thank you, Rev, for allowing me to be on your channel. And your channel is a breath of fresh air. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
exactly. And Shay, any last words before we close out?
Yeah, shout out to New Media. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, join, all of that nice stuff. Retweet it on your Twitter, or if you Instagram, you can't retweet, but like it and share it around to everybody, including the athletes, and that's it.
And I want to thank you ladies for joining the panel. Doing this is not easy, especially if it's your first time, second time doing this. And you two showed strength, wisdom, courage, and gave your thorough opinions. And you're always welcome at DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. This is a family, no matter if you're black, white, from the international community, man or woman. This channel's for you. This channel provides a voice for the voiceless, and everyone in the channel, in the panel as well. All love to you, Vern, Uncle Vern. You're always welcome. You already know that. You probably got some cognac right now. Listen to some Al Green, but that's cool. And we're gonna do this tomorrow, man. Peace out.